Hi friends! The long-awaited 69th episode of Skibidi Toilet is finally out, and I want to immediately say this episode was insane. The terror and emotional message are something else. Also, Defook labeled this episode Part 1, meaning that there would be multiple parts of this episode. In this video, you will find out why there is a human scientist and a skeleton here. Who is this zombie Skibidi man, and why did Plunger Man really want to save the cameraman at the end of the video? Watch the video till the end not to miss any interesting detail. Like the video, and let's go. The episode starts with a scary Skibidi trying to kill my Plunger Man, and with this, we can immediately notice that this episode didn't actually begin from the exact place we left it in the last episode, as a lot of things have already happened. Also, this scene is a reference to the one in episode 39, and since this is 69, it makes a lot of sense. Plunger Man brings out an iron rod from his hands and uses it to punch the mutant and proceeds to destroy it. Also, we can notice there are some kind of piercing rods on his plunger. Also, in this frame, if you process the photo, you can see the locks to the door where the mutants are kept. Also, there is a human skeleton here. He then turns and looks at the dark speaker man, and we can see how he effortlessly destroys the toilet. Also, I noticed that there are mostly white toilets inside Skibidi's base compared to the ones in battles outside, where they were always all black toilets. I think Defook used this toilet as a reference to what we would be seeing inside the bunker. Or maybe I'm just taking things way too far, and this is just the way Defook wants it to be. Now for the scientist, it looks like this was actually a human laboratory, but it got completely taken over by the Skibidis. That would also explain the reason there were human-shaped bones and skeletons in this base. The camera turns, and we can see a really funny scene. We see this set of cameramen using this toilet to make some TikTok. Also, there are two dead cameramen here. The red shirt cameraman is also here, and this is also the scene from where Defook gave us the first leak frame. The agents then start to move on, and we can already see strange things and mutants around. The red shirt cameraman then rushes to open the door, and in this frame, we can see a dead human skeleton. But why is it here? Well, the answer lies 2 seconds later when Plunger Man looks inside the cage, and I believe this is the scientist's experiment with acid. This is the outcome of him testing out and finding a way to make the perfect type of body that can withstand it. But it still remains a mystery to me how these skeleton toilets are still moving and alive. The agent continued moving on, and we can see a dead toilet, and there is also blood on the ground. Suddenly, a camera head drops, and when we look to see, a Skibidi man jumps from the top and just rips off a cameraman's head. This guy tries to paralyze him, but it doesn't have any effect. Plunger Man hits this zombie mutant twice on his head, but it's still no good as he continues to attack. Speaker Man jumps and stabs him in the head, and Plunger Man smashes his head with the plunger spikes, and this was enough to finally put him down. But still, he wasn't dead. But let's talk about this mutant for a second. He has a mechanical arm. He is definitely a mutated cameraman. Also, he has a black toilet, not like the ones we've been seeing inside the bunker with white toilets. The alarm broke again, and everyone began to run. Lucky Cameraman helps by using his device to close the doors. Then, something funny happened. We see two Michael Jacksons on the stage, but they suddenly get destroyed by the real Michael Jackson in this verse, the Michael Jackson toilet. The agents continue running, trying to find somewhere safe. But sadly, they look back and see two cameramen struggling to get in. But it is too late, as this was one of the hardest decisions to make, but they made the right call. Plunger Man gets furious and actually breaks a wall with his fists, which is actually insane. At the end, we see a word-looking scene, and Plunger Man does his usual, and the agent keeps on moving forward, and the episode ends. I want to say this was really worth the wait, and it was totally epic. Speaking of epic, yesterday a new episode of Skibidi Multiverse was released, and it was crazy. So drop a like, subscribe not to miss the analysis, and see ya!